Hello Internet, and welcome to the PlayStation 4. This is definitely not something you will commonly see on this channel, but anyway, whatever. 2 years ago, I did a Let's Play of Chapter 1 of Deltarune and said I was going to be waiting until the full game release to do the rest, because the full game was supposed to release all at once, but then Toby Fox decided, nope, Chapter 2 is free too now. So we have Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 of Deltarune now, which means I have a lot to go over. I have to do all of Chapter 2, plus a little bit of Chapter 1 that I never showed in the initial Let's Play. I decided to do this, I would need to do it with a clean save, and since I used the Switch version for my initial Let's Play, I am going to be using the PS4 version to show what little is left of Chapter 1, then we will be switching back to the Switch version for Chapter 2. I've been playing a lot of Marvel's Spider-Man, by the way. So, this scene, initially, there was literally no consequence to any of the choices you make on this part of the game. No matter what your avatar looked like, no matter what names you chose. Now, there actually is a purpose to the name you choose, other than it being on your save file, so yeah. However, the purpose to that is only going to be affected in Chapter 2, and since we are only playing Chapter 1 for this part, for the PlayStation part, it's not that important. So you can choose whatever you want. As far as we know, there's still no reason to answer differently to any of the other questions here. It's literally only the name. Since we're naming the vessel here, the name of the vessel doesn't matter yet, as far as I remember. So, this is Mario. Creator is Winter. Your wonderful creation will now be discarded. For now. None of that matters in Chapter 1. If you were just doing a playthrough of Chapter 1, or like a speedrun of Chapter 1, just blaze through that, because who cares? Chris, if you do not wake up, we will be late for school. I will wait outside for you, alright? Your bed. If you are to interact with this bed after having beaten the game, if you just start a new game, it will let you skip directly to the Dark World. Since this is a completely fresh save file, I have to go through all the tutorial stuff, none of which really changes, so yeah, I'm just gonna speedrun my way through this. If you're wondering how this video is going to be structured, it's going to be structured very similarly to how I structured the Undertale Genocide Run video, where that run took me around 3 hours, I cut the video down to about 1.5. This should not be anywhere near as long, because I can genuinely speedrun a clean save of this game. So, yeah. And that's not to say I'm like a speedrunner, I do like... what I do would probably be considered glitchless any percent, but the only thing that probably isn't going to be shown in this video is going to be the other ending of the Jebel fight, just because the Jebel fight is a pain in the ass to get access to, and I don't want to have to remember all of his attacks and everything, and get used to using the PS4 controller while still doing the Jebel fight. So, yeah. And this video will contain spoilers for Deltarune Chapter 1, obviously. This is a little bit of dialogue that we didn't see the first time around. If you talk to Noelle again after talking to her after getting the group project with Susie, she says, "And if you have time, could you say hi to her for me?" Because Noelle is a hopeless lesbian. Another thing that's worth noting is that between Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, Deltarune completely changed engines. It was originally made in Game Maker. I don't know what engine it's being made in now, but it is not the same. Which just makes it all the more impressive to me that this is literally exactly the same as the initial release of Chapter 1, as far as I know. I don't think they really added anything, so yeah. I mean, obviously if they did add anything, I'll talk about it, but as far as I know, Chapter 1 is exactly the same as it's always been. Another thing, there is almost always a button to skip through all the dialogue in Deltarune. So I'm holding down the triangle button, which means that on the Switch it would be the X button, and on the Xbox it would be the Y button, I believe. Although this game isn't out on Xbox yet. And then for PC, I believe it's Control. The one on PC eludes me because I honestly don't really play the PC versions of these games. If I don't, like, need to. Like, my last time playing the PC version of one of these games would have been my Let's Play of Undertale. As you can see, I'm just holding down triangle. We can't even read any of this. If I remember correctly, skipping through text boxes like that used to be exclusive to an item you could only get if you had already beaten the game before, which you get by replaying the game, and then once you show up here, there will be a glowing item here called the Wrist Protector, which basically allows you to skip through dialogue. Apparently that's not exclusive to that item anymore, so, I mean, that's neat. So, this glow shard, if we are to check it, its use is unknown. We're gonna hold on to that, and I'll go over why in the Chapter 2 bonus video. I feel bad for people who didn't connect the dots that you can just press the last two to get through. It's so easy once you realize that. Like, when the game first came out, everybody was making it way too hard for themselves. So Susie's dialogue there, where she said, "Huff puff, you want to make it a race," is different depending on if you run or if you walk to this direction. If you walk, she will say that you're going too slow. If you run, she'll say that you want to make it a race. And if you go in the wrong direction, she will go away because she's annoyed at you. You're going to want to remember the way this town looks for Chapter 2. Just remember the placement of all these buildings and what they say they are. So, inn, weapon shop, item shop, and mystery. At this part, where we first met Ralse, there are some different dialogue options that we never chose. You can say no to listening to his story. Really? Are you sure? It's fairly important. And, in my opinion, it's a really nice prophecy. I think you'd quite like it. We know it already. Really? You've heard it already? Oh, perhaps I shouldn't have rehearsed it so much. Look, dude, we didn't come here for a bedtime story. Just tell us how to get home. The easiest way would be to seal the Eastern Fountain. Fountain? You mean, like the water bubbler or something? The fountain. That which gives the Dark World form. Are you sure you actually know the legend? Look. No. But I think I've got enough info. See you two later. Wait, let me at least tell you how to... From here, it plays out exactly the same, other than some minor differences, like, ho ho ho! One nerd down, two to go! My dad's gonna make me son of the month! So yeah, Lancer explodes Ralse in this branch. Who the hell are you? I'm... the bad guy. Bad guy? You know, teardrop-headed kid from the legend? No? Oh boy, this is gonna be hard to explain. I could help explain it. Stay out of this, kind boy! No! I'll protect the heroes with my life! Actually, can you hold off? I want to hear this kid. Okay, so long story short, you guys are heroes. You want to go east to seal our dark fountain. That'll stop darkness from covering the world. We, on the other hand, don't want that because it would rule and be great. Wait, why do we want to stop that? I don't know. I guess I could go ask my dad. I could tell you. We got this. So the point is, you want to fight us. Correctamundo! Alright, kid. Now you're telling me something I understand. So I guess by minor dialogue changes, I mean the entire conversation changes. This is going to be the quote-unquote Genocide Run. There is a slightly different ending depending on if you fight everything or not. You don't have to fight everything, you get a different ending if you defeat literally any enemy with violence. But for the sake of speed and also, you know, getting the point across, I'm going to be fighting everything I come across. Unlike Undertale, you don't have to go out of your way to grind for everything, so this is much easier than Undertale's Genocide Run, and much faster as well. Another reason this is faster is because you don't need to warn enemies about Susie. Are you two okay? Allow me to introduce myself more properly. I am... Jeez, can you take off that hood? I can barely hear you under there. Alright. Hello everyone, I'm Ralsei. Chris, Susie, it's ever so wonderful to meet you. I'm certain we're going to become great friends, and... Best way to leave is east, right? Yes, that's where we'll... Got it. See you at school, Chris. I suppose it's just the two of us, then. You say no to training. Right, you already fought Lancer, didn't you? I was so excited to teach you, I absolutely blanked. But, just in case you forgot anything, here, I made a manual for you and Susie. Press triangle to open the menu and use it in your items. I want to throw the manual away. Hey, Chris, what are you doing? Oh no! Is that the manual? Looks like you accidentally dropped it. Here you go, Chris. You don't want to lose that. If we decide to drop it again, you toss the manual hard. Its pages scatter in the wind. That's okay, Chris. I can always... I'll just make a better one next time. So if you are sensitive to being a dick to goat boys, this is not the playthrough for you, because we are going to be ignoring Ralsei a lot, since we just didn't do that the first time around. So that song name appearing on screen is never used again, at least so far in the game. And that is such a shame. I remember when the game first came out, whenever anyone saw that, they were so excited because they were just going to get the song titles on screen so they could just look it up easily. Instead, no, you get the Field of Hopes and Dreams and that's it. Hey, you guys, aren't you guys even gonna say hi? No. Cool, enjoy being thrashed by various guys. So as you can see, as long as you hit it perfectly, you can pretty much kill any enemy in this game in one hit. There's no experience or anything. They don't die, they just run away. So it's not technically genocide, it's just making everyone fear you. You can also make Ralsei get the final hit on an enemy if you hate him that much. So if you want to like completely grind for TP in this fight, you can. If you just defend twice and then grind on these, that's a very easy way to grind TP before you just start annihilating these enemies. You cannot skip this text box, and I think that's pretty funny. You can't skip this one either. So here's our first example of this run being a lot easier. You recall Ralsei's advice to include Susie in an act. Instead, we can just all be violent. And there we go. 11 whole dollars. I sneaked by and made a sign! Signed, Lancer! We go here. Nothing different, depending on what route we're taking. So since we're destroying everything, that doesn't make a difference. The only real difference here is that we're going to be buying the spooky sword. Pretty sure last time we chose the neat paper, so I'm going to choose the Lancer labeled paper this time. Wow, who did that one? It's really good! Wait, why do you get to choose the name? Hey, he didn't, Chris did. Yeah, it doesn't matter who may have written it. Regardless, Lancer's going to meet absolute doom. This name feels weird, actually. I know, let's call it the Lancer Fan Club for short. See you later, me. We are now the Lancer Fan Club. Honestly preferable to the Fun Gang. The K-Round boss fight. You know how in the initial fight against K-Round, it practiced self-care where the JPEG of milk showed up at one point and it completely healed itself? It does that if it ever gets to low health. It just naturally does because of Susie. So this is one fight where you literally have to do the merciful way of getting it done. So you have to do the whole bow, deep bow thing. The Dark Lancer Fan Club! So what's your, evil plan? Huh? Dude, we just formed our team. We haven't done anything past our intro yet. Have a little patience, please. Oh, sorry. We're, looking forward to the rest. Well, you won't have to look forward for long. Starting now, we're going to work ceaselessly, unstoppably, to make an evil plan to thrash you clowns. Watch your backs. And your fronts. This room, there is something I completely forgot about. So this bird, right? It is called a Star Walker. Well, the thing on its head is, I messed it up. But if we go to the other end of the room, the bell actually switches sides. No matter what, you have to deal with the bird. But if you were to catch up with the head and talk to it, it would say, I am Star Walker, which we just missed. But this guy at the other end of the room, these birds are pissing me off. I'm the original Star Walker. This changes something in Chapter 2, which is why I am actually upset that I didn't talk to it in my Let's Play of Chapter 1. I might go back and do that, because this adds so much to Chapter 2. Trust me. Can we still have monogram track jackets? Yeah, Ralsei will make them. Huh? Okay, sure. Aha! Lancer joins the team! You can sort of skip that one. So I don't know if it's actually possible to die on the overworld, like outside of battle. It might be, but I've genuinely just never died here. Never really even gotten close to dying. I'm pretty sure I never got hit here until just now, so if you have footage of dying here, please do, like, send it to me on Twitter or something. I would love to see it. That would be interesting to know, and I can put it in a bonus video for Chapter 2. In this fight against Lancer, it is impossible to die. It is very similar to the fight against Toriel, where no matter how much damage you take, once you get to the end of Susie's HP bar, Lancer will start missing on purpose. As far as I know, as soon as you get into a dangerous range, his attacks completely stop, so there's literally no chance of him killing you. As you can see, like, he's even now trying to avoid hitting us, and the attacks are doing less and less damage every turn. Like, you really wouldn't... Like, see? It's impossible to get hit now. You would need to go out of your way to hack in order to die here, and even then, I don't think it would be possible, just because it's scripted this way. Like, you can see, the attacks just kind of jump to the side. I don't remember if I actually said this, but this line of dialogue is a direct quote from a CDI game called I Am Mean. Other than the Toilet in Despair, the World's Strongest puzzle, that wasn't in the game, but yeah, that's a quote from I Am Mean himself. If we mash through all this dialogue and rush forward, there she blows! I am almost 100% certain that dialogue was different in the original release, but I guess it's There She Blows now. And it might have been There She Blows originally too, who knows. I'm the bad guy! So, this fight, pretty much exactly the same. You can do the normal way of doing this if you want, where you just kind of let the turns pass. Or you can fight, which is what I'm doing, because it's what I've done to everything else except for Clover, pretty much. Chris still has the ability to talk to Ralsei and to Susie. or to have them talk to the king, which will unlock their special abilities for this fight. Red Buster for Susie, which does more damage if you mash the button as it's being used. And Dual Heal for Ralsei, which heals everybody in the party, which isn't really a dual heal, it's more of like a triple heal, but whatever. I'm only going to unlock Susie's for now. Ralsei should be good on healing on his own, but we'll see. Do Rude Buster and fight. So this fight is really easy to grind TP on, which means you will pretty much always be able to do all of your attacks and everything. So yeah, don't worry about TP here. I just realized I'm getting Rude Buster and Red Buster confused. Rude Buster does more damage if you mash. Red Buster is set damage, but it's still almost always more than Rude Buster. And it's only 10 more TP than Rude Buster too, so it might be worth it occasionally. There we go. Here's the different ending.
I see. You are much stronger than I envisioned. Lightness, perhaps I have been too cruel. The truth is, I was not always this way. There once was a time where darkness and lightness lived in harmony. A time where darkness could fulfill their purpose in peace. It would be a lie to say that I, too, do not yearn for those days. Perhaps you young ones are right. Please, let us put away our weapons. There must be a peaceful solution to all this.
Come now, Susie. I'm glad you're starting to realize, Mr. King. None of us really want to fight. If you can just tell us about your worries, I'm sure we can all be friends, Mr. King.
Yes. Friends. That sounds lovely. My apologies. I am not used to fighting like that. My body is getting weak.
Oh, don't say another word. There, you should be all healed up. How do you feel?
Let's see. Never better.
You!
Did I say you could get up?
Chris?
Oh, spare me the heroics. You're the leader, aren't you? So what's your plan? To laugh as you cast us all back into obscurity? You can't even say. Young one, let me tell you a secret. Quiet people piss me off!
Hey, get away from my friend.
Or what? Surely you must realize how exhausted I am, Lightner. Any hit from you would kill me. Why not do it, Lightner? Kill me and show my son how much you really care.
Nah.
So what's your plan, then? To talk me to death? You stupid Lightner. You honestly think you have any way to convince me not to kill you?
Just wait a second.
Wait for what? Huh? Why am I suddenly so sleepy? Why you sweet little pumpkin.
Hey Chris, you alright? That was close, Susie. I'm surprised you remembered my pacify spell. Hey, come on. I'd never forget something I made fun of you for. Chris, Susie, I'm sorry. Because I healed the king, we almost... Susie, you were right. I I was foolish to think we could act so soft to everyone. This isn't a world where kindness always wins, is it? It's complicated. Yeah, sometimes there's people you just gotta fight, but if you never let your guard down, then you might just hurt someone you care about, too. Everyone, you're okay! Lancer, hey! Sorry, I kinda beat up your dad. That's okay, it happens. Oh, it even looks like he's having a beauty nap. That's good. He seemed cranky. Man, you can say that again. Lancer? What's that noise? Oh, I actually came to warn you, Clownlings. I informed the guys you were fighting my dad, but instead of eagerly volunteering to help you, everyone just caught the freakouts. Now they appear to be, breaking through the door to the throne room. Well, that's not the best. Chris, Susie, it seems that you must hurry to the fountain. No time for goodbyes, huh? Yes, of course no goodbyes. We're bad guys, so we only have bad byes. You've learned a lot, huh? Only from the best of the worst. Okay, I'll go stop the door. Later, dude. Susie, Chris, if we must say goodbye, then, I just wanted to say I really enjoyed meeting you too, and hey, can you stop mumbling into your hat for a second? I can barely hear you, dude. Oh, I'm sorry. Chris, Susie, I hope I can see you again soon. Next time I'll make you lots of yummy cakes, alright? Yeah, sure, dude. Let's go, Chris. And that's the different ending. If you try to go back, there's no time. You can't say goodbye to everybody in this run. What Lancer said about coming to warn us is a hint that you are supposed to warn every enemy about Susie. If Susie or you kill a single enemy, this is the ending you get. You need to spare literally every enemy to get the good ending. Except for Jevil, I don't think he's... I don't know, Jevil's weird. Is this the fountain? Don't know how, but it feels like we stumbled into something really important, didn't we? Well, there's no time to think about that now. Right now, it's time to go home. Right, Chris? As you stood in front of the fountain, you felt something strange. It was as if your very soul was glowing. And that's it. From here, everything plays out exactly the same, no matter where you go in hometown, no matter who you go to talk to. Nothing will be different if you killed everyone or if you spared everyone in... I say killed, but if you defeated everyone or if you spared everyone in the Dark World. From here on, everything is identical, and yeah. If there is anything I missed that you would like me to talk about in the Chapter 2 bonus video, I would go over anything I missed in Chapter 1 that I didn't talk about. Let me know, because there's quite a lot that I wanted to go over that I'm sure I missed here. And I'm sure there will be some things I come up with to talk about on my own. But... yeah, I mean, that's all I can really think of. I mean, I don't remember if I did this where you just leave and go back into the house a bunch. Back again? My, you're active today, are you not? Perhaps you can use some of that energy to wake up on time. Your brother could not carry you to school anymore, you know. I'm gonna keep doing it. I swear there's another line of dialogue if you keep doing it. I guess not. Wait, what? Chris, perhaps you should go to bed early tonight. You do not look quite yourself. That's important. Okay, keep that in mind for all of Chapter 2, pretty much. But anyway, next time on Deltarune, we will be beginning Chapter 2. See you guys then.
When the light is running low and the shadows start to grow and the places that you know seem like fantasy, there's a light inside your soul that's still shining in the cold with the truth, the promise in our hearts. Don't forget, I'm with you in the dark.